Most economists and experts weren't able to predict the outcome of the housing market for 2022. In fact, most had to change their predictions halfway through the year as Bank of Canada kept raising the rates. And now, after 7 rate hikes in a row that cooled the industry for much of last year, buyers and sellers want to know what's next for 2023. In this video, we're going to talk about where Ontario's housing market is headed and what you should keep your eye on. Stick around. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in. My name is Andrei with the Medow Group and we service Ottawa and surrounding areas, all things real estate. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification for upcoming content. And if after this video you might have some questions regarding 2023, there's a link in the description below and you can schedule a buyer call, a seller call, or simply chat more about the market. 2022 is over and buyers and sellers have had a very interesting year. I would almost say it's the opposite of what we had in the peak market. At one point, the prices were so unrealistic that sellers got to sell their homes in a week and capitalize on the demand, while buyers endlessly competed with unconditional offers and sometimes had to lose multiple times before securing a home. And then the opposite happened. Home prices dropped and rates went up. Sellers had no idea how to properly price their homes and stay on the market longer than 30 days and be patient. And buyers, well, they said, I think I'm going to wait just a bit longer as I really want to time the market and make sure I get the best deal possible. So the question that's on everyone's mind again is how much lower will home prices drop and when will the real estate market begin to pick up again? RE/MAX Canada said in its housing outlook for 2023 that the aggregate price of a home is expected to drop 3.3% in the year, while Royal LePage's annual surveys forecast a price drop of just 1%. I'll link a video on that survey just above. And RBC's chief economist Robert Hogue believes that the slowing pace of decline in both home sales and prices are early signs the correction is approaching its final stage. Hogue also suggested that this bottoming out would coincide with the Bank of Canada stabilizing its benchmark interest rate, and that for those looking to break into the market, this might actually be where affordability is best in the year for prospective buyers. Now, obviously these predictions will vary from market to market and province to province, but this gives us a general idea on what to expect. In fact, RE/MAX predicts prices to rise in cities including Halifax up 8%, Calgary up 7%, and Ottawa and Kingston up 4%. Here we have a graph from the Canadian Real Estate Association that shows the benchmark home price in Ontario and how it's changed over the years, specifically the steep drop since peaking in March, so right over here at the top, going all the way down to present day. So now the question becomes, based on the demand and the current market situation and interest rates, when are we due to see it kind of stabilize or hover before slightly starting to increase and going back up? Another part of the market that is expected to hold up well in 2023 are condos and properties in urban cores. Condos are the only asset class that held up its value almost stable throughout 2022, and consumers realized at the end of the year that this is how you get into the market as the overall affordability has come down for most. Also, with the lift of COVID-19 restrictions and the reverse of the migration flows, where we saw consumers flee to suburban neighborhoods, the return to the office is fast approaching and has already began for a lot of businesses. That means people are moving back to the city and they want to be closer to downtown. What about pre-construction? Well, there are signs that the recently rapid pace of new home construction is slowing, as there is a combination of a decline in sales, higher building costs, and rates, which could lead to cancellations in project launches. We've already seen this here in Ottawa just last year with the 30-story Claridge high-rise that was canceled in Hintonburg. And what do you think this will do to our future inventory? And what about volume or the number of listings that we can expect? Here's the tricky part. Now finally have more affordable home prices that we've seen in the last couple of years. But with the rise in interest rates, this affects the buyer's ability to qualify for a mortgage amount that they really need. And sellers, well, they're now reluctant to list their home, knowing that they might have to sit for 30 to 60 days on market. So the question becomes, do I really need to list my home now? Again, what will this do to our future inventory? And the big one, this coming year will provide an early test of Doug Ford's promise to pave way for 1.5 million new homes to be built in Ontario in a decade. As consumers continue to relocate and new immigration on the fast pace coming into Ontario, where will they all live? Because until we have an actual buyer's market in an industry where there are tons of options, affordability is still far, far away and the feds are left scratching their heads. What are your thoughts? What do you predict will happen with home prices in 2023? Drop your comments below. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one.